Still, you all want happiness, right? How long you want happiness? कितने दिन के लिए चाहिए खुश?
सारा जिंदगी।
Very greedy. ये मैं मजाक के लिए नहीं बोल रहा है। ये आपके जीवन में सोचना है। एक तो आपको इतना आपको ज्ञान और जात होना चाहिए कि मुझे खुशी चाहिए, हमेशा सोचना चाहिए हमें खुशी चाहिए। और दूसरी बार आपको सोचना है कि मुझे हो सके तो पूरा जिंदगी, बुद्धिस्ट के लिए तो फिर फॉर मेनी लाइफ्स, तो कम से कम पूरा जिंदगी के लिए खुशी चाहिए। ये बार बार आपको लिख करके रखो। उसके बाद फिर आपने बोलना है कि इफ आई वांट लॉन्ग लास्टिंग हैप्पीनेस, वो कहाँ से आएंगे? वो कहाँ से आएंगे? मेरे से बोलने से ज्यादा फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा, आपको सोचना है वो कहाँ से आएंगे। हाँ, ओके, आंसर फ्रॉम वेयर इट विल कम। कहाँ से आएंगे?
अच्छा काम करना।
हाँ,
अच्छा सोच, अच्छा काम करना पड़ेगा।
अच्छा सोच करना पड़ेगा, अच्छा काम करना पड़ेगा, है ना? इसलिए मैं ये प्रश्न पूछ रहा है, क्योंकि अभी तो हम लोग बैठा है, थोड़ा ध्यान दे रहा है, सोच रहा है, इसलिए हम लोग बोल रहे हैं कि अंदर से आना चाहिए, सोच विचार ठीक होना चाहिए, बोल रहे हैं ना। हमारे दैनिक जीवन में वो ऐसा नहीं सोचते हम लोग। अपने दैनिक जीवन में, अपने बागडोर जिंदगी में हम लोग सोचते हैं कि हैप्पीनेस तो बाहर जाएंगे, एक बंगला होने से हैप्पीनेस हो जाएंगे, लॉन्ग लास्टिंग हैप्पीनेस हो जाएंगे, एक कार होने से लॉन्ग लास्टिंग हैप्पीनेस हो जाएंगे, एक सुंदर सा वाइफ होने से लॉन्ग लास्टिंग हैप्पीनेस। So we always count on external things, you see. So there you need to have a very clear-cut understanding that I want long-lasting happiness. From where that long-lasting happiness will come? उसके ऊपर आपने meditation करना है, mindfulness meditation करना है. You need to meditate on this. एक दो बार बोलने से नहीं होता है, इसको सोचना है, सोच करके फिर आपको बताओ कहाँ से आएंगे वो long-lasting happiness. Then you will, of course, on a superficial basis, you will say long-lasting happiness has to come within. इतना तक तो जवाब देने में इतना मुश्किल नहीं है. Easy to say, you know, just like everybody is saying, it has to come from within. वो अंदर से आना है, इतना तो बोल दिया. What do you mean? What do you mean when you say long-lasting happiness has come from within? कैसे? मुझे बता दो एक दो लोग. What do you mean when you say long-lasting happiness has to come from mind, from within? इसका मतलब क्या है? इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि मुझे खाना नहीं चाहिए, बंगला नहीं चाहिए, रिश्तेदार नहीं चाहिए, नहीं बोल रहे. ये गहराई से सोचने वाली बात है. When we say long-lasting happiness has to come from within means that long-lasting happiness, the most reliable happiness, is to come from your way of thinking, from your mental outlook, from your mental attitude. Now again, that does not answer everything. When we say the long-lasting happiness is to come from within, when we say long-lasting happiness is to come, it's dependent on your mental outlook, mental attitude, that means, अभी इधर थोड़ा ध्यान लगा के आप सुनना. When we say the long-lasting happiness is dependent on mental attitude, mental outlook, we are basically saying we need to develop a mental attitude, a mental outlook, which is in harmony with the law of nature. ये गंभीर है, थोड़ा सोचना पड़ेगा इसमें. बोलने के लिए तो बोल दिया, लेकिन इसमें थोड़ा सोचना पड़ता है, गंभीर है. Long-lasting happiness is to come with a mental attitude which understands the law of nature. For the Buddhists we say lei jure, cause and effect. But for easier understanding, these days I use the word law of nature. Nothing about law of nature. इसमें थोड़ा सोचने से आपका पूरा जीवन झकझोर कर रख देंगे, हिला के रख देंगे. सोचने से हम लोग नहीं सोचते हैं ना, सोचने से. Now when I say long-lasting happiness is to come primarily with a mental attitude which is in harmony with the law of nature. अब law of nature भी क्या है, मतलब है? What is law of nature? Law of nature has various facets. एक आपको हिलाने के लिए मैं एक शब्द बोलूँगा. It is a law of nature that after 100 years, बहुत बड़ा डिस्काउंट दिया था को मैं 100 ईयर बोल रहा है ना, आप लोगों के लिए डिस्काउंट बहुत दिया है, डिस्काउंट बहुत दिया है, क्योंकि after 100 years, all of us in this hall, we are all dead. ये प्रकृति का नियम है. Not only us, the around 8 billion human population that is living today, they are all dead after 100 years. I am saying this. How many of us have thought about this? हम लोग सोच रहे हैं हम जिएंगे. है कि नहीं? After giving big discount, because I don't visit Bomdila very often, so you've been very nice. So I'm giving you a big discount. After 100 years, we are all dead. What to say? That is true. Nobody can refute this. Now, if after 100 years we are all dead, that's in general. But individually speaking, there's no guarantee you will live 100 years. There's no guarantee you will live another 10 years. Guarantee है? दस्तखत कर सकता है? नहीं सकता है ना. तो ये डराने धमकाने के लिए मैं नहीं बोल रहा है. इसलिए मैं बोल रहा है कि ताकि अपने जीवन में थोड़ा बदलाव आए. नहीं तो हम लोग हिलने वाला नहीं है. आसान से हिलने वाला नहीं है हम लोग. तो if you are, let us say, if you are going to die after 10 years, 2 साल के बाद भी हो सकता है. तो अभी क्या करना चाहिए आपको? This is my concern. क्या करना चाहिए आपको? एक दूसरे से लड़ने झगड़ने से मतलब बनता है? नहीं. वही मैं बोल रहा है. करप्शन करके काम चलता है फिर. If you are going to die tomorrow, will you engage in corruption today? नहीं है ना. So if you are living, say 10, 20, whatever years, and then after that you are going to die, therefore you have to be very nice right now. Live happily. Live happily. It really doesn't matter you live very, very long. And I'll tell you a story. It's an ancient Indian story of a person who lived 1,000 years. 1000 साल को जिया, 1,000 years. So within that 1,000 years, he married 100 wives and has 100, sons, children. Then one day the Lord of Death came and told the father, "आपने बहुत जी लिया, 1000 साल है आपका. अब तो आप मेरे साथ जाना चाहिए." तो पिताजी ने क्या बोला? मुझे पता है मेरा साल 1000 ईयर है, लेकिन मुझे अभी भी जीने का शौक है. मेरा एक लड़का ले जाओ. मेरे बदले in my instead of me, take one of my sons. And then the messenger of death goes to the eldest son, says the same thing. Then says, "No, I don't want to die. Go to my next brother. करते सब लोग बोलते हैं मुझे नहीं मरना है, मुझे जीना है." तो आखिरकार the messenger talks to the youngest son who was only 15 years old. So 15 years old, that son says, yes, I want to go. He was very happy, very ready to go. मैं जाना है. तो उसको थोड़ा चक्कर आ गया. वो messenger of death बोलता कि your father doesn't want to go, your elder son doesn't want to go. Why you are so excited? And he said the answer, the beautiful answer that the son. This is of course a story. The son says, when my father lived 1,000 years, when all my elder, brothers lived so many years, after living so many years, if they did not get anything, I don't think I'm going to get anything. So I'm ready to go. So my point is, many people think if I live long life, then I'm going to do many great things. No. I mean, if you live, it is good. Try to live, of course. But that is not the guarantee that your life will be meaningful and successful and you will be happier. So therefore, the famous Buddhist teacher, Aryadeva, in his 400 verses, he says, "Sulam soba shecha wasem jikiji leche me, kibu dinge meri So there he's saying, whoever you are, when you say that I'm alive, it is only one moment. Shulam Sumba was simply one moment of the mind. Simply gives you nothing more than that. Being alive means alive for one moment. Next moment is gone, next moment is gone, next moment is gone. And these subtle things, of course, we don't know, we don't understand. But unfortunately, individuals, they don't realize this, don't understand this. Therefore, there are very few people who understand themselves, who know themselves. They are not only capable. Yeah. So therefore, the point that I'm really trying to make is, whether you talk about education, whether you talk about religious practice, you need to understand the law of nature, how the law of nature functions. The law of nature, look at the trees, they flourish only when the moisture, the heat, everything is in harmony. If there's more heat, more humidity, it will dry. More humidity, no heat, it will decay again, fall. In our human life also, we live because we have the 4 elements or 5 elements in harmony. If one of them this becomes stronger, then you have fever, diarrhea, whatever, all kind of problems. So harmony, living in accordance with the law of nature. Therefore, Buddhist teachers, they say you don't have to kill people, they will die. That's law of nature. अभी हमारे दुनिया के नेता को देखो, न्यूक्लियर बम बना के दूसरों की सिर पर फोड़ रहा है। बुद्धिस्ट टीचर को बोल के ऐसा करने की जरूरत है, वो अपना मार जाएगा। कौन से आप देखो? It is sheer madness, lack of understanding, arrogance that we are not able to live even this short life happily. So therefore, in this area, we have this wonderful Buddhist tradition. When we talk about the traditional education and modern education, at least you have to have this understanding. The traditional education focuses more on inner mental development. Modern education focuses more primarily on physical external development. Okay, now the problem is, it's almost like adding fuel to the fire. That human beings, their origin is animal, okay? So like animals, we are very much running after sensual objects. Sensual objects. We hardly meditate, think, go within oneself. Inside completely hollow. And in addition to that, with all this scientific technological development, with all these shiny gadgets, we become completely crazy running after all these shiny gadgets. Right? So there's no more time to reflect within. So the mind is like suffering from poverty. कुछ भी खिलाया नहीं. For body, breakfast, lunch, dinner, बीच में भी कुछ खा लेंगे. Mind के लिए कुछ भी नहीं है. So therefore, all the problems, illnesses that you see in the world today is a clear indication of starvation of human mind. Starvation of human mind. इसको खाना खिलाना पड़ेगा. And this is clearly told during the pandemic. During the pandemic, when you had lockdown, asked everybody to remain inside, people don't know how to live by themselves. Especially in the so-called developed countries like America, Europe, many people committed even suicide. Not just because of the virus, but because they are not used to living with themselves. And the Buddha has been for such a long time, Buddhist masters, such a long time, teaching you how to be happy with yourself, how to live with yourself. So therefore the modern problem is that you don't know how to live with others and also don't know how to live alone. There's modern disease, modern problem. So therefore when we talk about traditional modern education, I'm not denying the need of the modern education, but I strongly, strongly urge you to reflect within oneself. Getting some initiative, it's a new line that I'm using these days. You should be able to take care of yourself in this life and also future lives also. Because at the end of the day, nobody can take care of you if you don't take care of yourself. Your dearest brother, sister, relative, whoever, I'm not saying they are bad or anything. There's a limit they can do. They cannot enter in your mind and think for you, plan for you, make you happy. So therefore, one has to take care of oneself. And taking care of oneself is basically taking care of others. Taking care of others is basically taking care of yourself. Right? So therefore, I'm very happy that I'm talking to you. And I really have, Raman was also saying, that in this area, because we used to have such a profound Buddhist heritage. We need to work very hard now to restore those values and heritages in the mind of the people, not only in the monasteries, but among young people. That can shape the cultural heritage of this place. That can also, I guarantee, that can bring much more long-lasting happiness and harmony and progress and development among the people. Right? Simply focusing on the modern education. Modern education, unfortunately, to some extent, modern education basically means reading, writing, mathematics. It's only talking about literal education. The real education should be not just literal education, but for human flourishment, for developing happiness. If your education teaches you how to handle your life in the modern dynamic system of change, Buddha has been talking about impermanence, change, and so forth. Now in today's world, we are living at a time when change is so rapid, so rapid. Some of the thinkers, they are saying that if you are, asked to make a plan for education in the year 2050, what should be our education in year 2050? It's very difficult to say now. Because the change is so rapid. Artificial intelligence is interfering on us. Metaverse is now top of the town right now. So many things are happening with the speed of science and technology. People are more or less controlled by them. Artificial intelligence is already, interfering in your life. It is in your mobile phone. If you check something, they know you are checking, you like this, next time they will send you, bombard you with all this information about what it is, or whatever, It's already interfering in your life. Controlled to some extent by this. We don't know, we are oblivious. Right? So therefore, what kind of education we should have in the next 30, 40 years? Very difficult to say. Many thinkers are now saying that. Then what should we do? How can we live our life happily with such a dynamic time? Then they say the only thing that can, protect you during such a volatile situation, dynamic change, the only thing that can serve you is if you have the inner resources intact. If you have this understanding of interdependent connection, if you have this understanding of impermanence, if you have this understanding of compassion and love, you will fare well. This statement is not made by a Buddhist, some of the modern thinkers. As I already mentioned, during the pandemic, many people will not have this inner resources, they are running out. Party kar raha hai, lunch bhi bahar kar raha hai, khana bhi. In all the developed countries, they do like this. Also socializing all the time. Dinner bhi bahar kar raha hai, lunch bhi bahar kar raha hai, boyfriend ke saath ja raha hai, girlfriend ke saath ja raha hai, swimming pool mein ja raha hai. That is their life, you see. And then suddenly they say, no, you can't do this. Small viruses come. Stay inside. Abhi hamara halat dekho. The world leaders, they are toting their gun, threatening everybody. मैं आपको खत्म कर दूंगा, एक मिनट दूसरे को खत्म कर दूंगा. ये वायरस को खत्म नहीं कर सकता. देखो, ये हमारा हालत है. ये हमारा हालत है. The so-called developed countries, the so-called, highly advanced countries with technology and so forth, they are unable to handle this. Why they are unable to handle this invisible viruses? Because, number one, what is lacking is compassion. what is lacking for a long, long time is human internal resources. Now the scientists say most of the diseases that human beings are contracting these days, almost like 60% comes because of our mistreating the animals of all kinds. And this pandemic virus is not an exception. Yeah. So now people are thinking meditation, mindfulness, they are talking, but they are not talking much about compassion and love, things like that. So when we talk about love and compassion, things like that, we are talking only, not as a religious subject, but these are questions related to our very survival. And that's why this organization, the dilemma, is always saying, promoting basic human values is the most important task that we have right now. Whether you're a believer, non-believer, even if you are somebody who is anti-religion, the only thing that must be preserved is human values of love, of compassion, of harmony, of patience, of resilience, and things like that. Right? So therefore, the point that I'm making today is, as you rightly mentioned, I want long-lasting happiness. इसको याद रखो. मेरे यहाँ बोलने का मकसद ये है कि कुछ आपके मन में रखो, फिर उसको बाद में प्रयास करो. मैं तो कुछ फायदा नहीं है, बोलते जा रहा है और कुछ सुनना अच्छा बोला तो क्या असर होगा, कुछ भी पता नहीं. हाँ, ठीक है ना. तो इतना आपको रखो. एक गुरु आया था, उसने बोला कि long-lasting happiness is to come from within, from अंदर से आना है. आपका सोच विचार बदलना है, सोच विचार को प्रकृति के नियम के मुताबिक बदलना है. ये दिमाग में रखो. प्रकृति का नियम ये है कि हम सब एक दूसरे से जुड़ा हुआ है. जैसे कि आपका हाथ और पैर, हाथ अलग है, पैर अलग है. प्रकृति के नियम के मुताबिक जुड़ा हुआ, इसलिए जब पाँव को कुछ दर्द हुआ तो हाथ नीचे जाके उसको मसाज करना पड़ता है. इसी तरह हम सब एक दूसरे से जुड़ा हुआ है. ये एक बात आपके मन में ठान करके आपका जीवन जीने से, I promise that this will not only contribute to your mental happiness and peace, but this will also contribute tremendously in the development of Bodhidharma. एक दूसरे से मदद करना, करप्शन में एंगेज नहीं करना. ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है. जब हम दुनिया में आया पैसा लेके थोड़ी आया था, जब जाएंगे पैसा लेके थोड़ी जाएंगे. हाँ, बीच में इतना हंगामा क्यों हो रहा है? पैसा 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 पैसा. मैं ये नहीं बोल रहा आपको पैसा नहीं चाहिए, पैसा चाहिए, मुझे भी चाहिए, लेकिन सब पैसा जो है सबसे महत्वपूर्ण बड़ी चीज ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है. Even if you become billionaire, your size of your stomach will remain same. कितना खाओगे आप? खास करके जब एरिस्टोक्रेट है ना, आप देखो, मेरा ऐसे बोल रहा है कि झूठ बोल रहा है. जो खेती में करता है ना, जिसके पास पैसा ज़्यादा नहीं है, खेती में काम कर रहा है, हाँ, दिन रात मेहनत कर रहा है, वो सब कुछ खा सकता है, पचता भी है. आप पैसा बना के करोड़पति लाखपति बना के बिल्डिंग बना ले, उसमें रहने वाले लोग हर चीज नहीं खा सकता है. ये प्रकृति का नियम है. बोलता है कि पचता नहीं, मुझे किसी का नहीं चाहिए. मीठा नहीं खा सकता, ये नहीं खा सकता वो. This is what I'm saying. So that's why when we talk about traditional education, modern education, the traditional education was focused more for inner development, क्योंकि उस वक्त ये टेक्नोलॉजी ये सब कुछ नहीं था. हर आदमी को परिश्रम करना पड़ता था. They have to face a lot of problems, difficulties by working, and then working together, people share their sufferings to each other, challenges each other, they help each other. इसका मकान बना रहा है, सब पड़ोसी जाएगा वहाँ मकान बनाएंगे. आजकल नहीं है. बड़े बड़े बिल्डिंग में रहा, पड़ोसी क्या हो रहा है कुछ भी पता नहीं. In America, the neighbors don't talk to each other. एक बार मैं स्वीडन गया. I was, traveling with a Tibetan doctor, so we were staying with a doctor there in Sweden. And actually there was just a door, only a door to the next neighbor. because of the need consult the Tibetan doctor. He opened the door, and this one just got crazy, so angry. This is the relationship. You know, the neighbor, somebody died in the room next door. 5 दिन हो गया, इधर कुछ भी पता नहीं. ऐसे जीने से क्या फायदा? ठीक है ना? So therefore, I urge you, especially the students, that you should really study the Buddha's teachings, the Buddhist master's teachings. Then see how much it is relevant in your life. मेरा अभी पूरा जीवन में पढ़ रहा है बुद्धिज्म, अभी भी पढ़ रहा हूँ. मैं ऐसे खोखला बात नहीं कर रहा. मुझे फायदा हुआ, मेरे बोलने से दूसरों को फायदा हुआ, इसलिए मैं बोल रहा हूँ. इसलिए नहीं बोल रहा कि मैं बुद्धिज्म बहुत पढ़ रहा, आज मेरा तनख्वाह बहुत मिल रहा है, पैसा बहुत कमा रहा है, इसलिए अभी वो करो. मैं नहीं बोल रहा. ठीक है ना? So my purpose of giving this talk to you is, please become a good human being. Good human being. Simple, very simple. Become a kind-hearted, good human being. नींद भी अच्छा नहीं. चोरी डकैती करने से, किसी को पता नहीं होने से भी आपको तो पता है ना. आप सोचें कि मैंने ये गलत बात किया, ये गलत काम किया, इसने देख लिया होगा. डर है आपके मन में, फिर नींद कैसे आएंगे? है ना? तो ऐसे ये stops. Therefore, the Buddha summarizes his teaching by saying, do not do anything that is negative. Do everything that is positive. Discipline your mind. That's my teaching in simple words. Yeah. As I said, I'm not denying the use of the modern education, because modern education is also giving a lot of facilities, provided if you use it in the right way. So I already spoke a lot, so I'm not going to go in length. I actually wanted to interact with you. But I must summarize by saying that the need for education is not discussed, among animals. It is discussed among human beings. क्योंकि हमने इतना बड़ा सिर लेके बैठा है, with this big head, with the brain, this is for training, for education. जानवर की तरह नहीं है अभी, at least at this time. टाइगर की तरह दांत इतना बड़ा वाला दूसरों को काटने के लिए नहीं है ना. Or like paws, like the vultures, वो भी नहीं है ना हमारे पास. हमारे पास दिमाग है. दिमाग को गलत दिमाग में मत करो. If you use this brain in the right way, you will be the Dalai Lama, like the Dalai Lama, like Nelson Mandela. If you use it the same brain the wrong way, you will be बहुत सारा इसमें भी लिस्ट बहुत लंबा है, वो हो जाएंगे. ठीक है ना? तो इसलिए smile while you have the teeth. Smile while you have the teeth. Embrace other people when you have this long, nice hand. Shake hand. Don't harm each other. Help each other. वो है हमारी जिंदगी. If you understand this natural impermanence, you will naturally be helping each other, supporting each other. ठीक है ना? एक बार मैं लंदन में गुरु जी के साथ था, परम भवन जी के साथ. हम लोग बड़ा होटल में ठहरा था. I was staying on the 23rd floor. रात के 2 बजे सायरन बजा. सायरन पता है ना, जोर से बजा. उसके पहले जब हम लोग होटल में चेक किया, एक दूसरे से बातचीत नहीं कर रहा था. होटल आता था, सब लोग सोचते मैं भी जनरल में ऐसे जा रहा. At the most they would say, "Hi." कोई लोग एक दो लोग आए और कुछ नहीं कर रहा था. फिर चेक किया, अपना रूम में बंद करके बैठा. जब रात के 3 बजे सायरन बजा तो सब के सब ऊपर से नीचे तक जो भी उसको मिला तो लिया, जो भी उसको लपेट के नीचे आ गया सब. जब नीचे फ्लोर में, ग्राउंड फ्लोर में आ गए तो फिर इधर इंट्रोडक्शन का कोई जरूरत नहीं था. वो सब बिल्कुल बदला हुआ हो गया था. अभी स्माइल कर रहा था, दांत दिखा रहा था. ये है हमारा असली है. प्रेटेंशन जैसा मिल गया, थोड़ा सा नाम मिल गया थे, वो नहीं है, उससे काम नहीं चलता है। जितना तुम बड़ा हो गया उतना दूसरों को मदद करो, आपका नाम भी ऊपर रहेगा। These days I always say, that the leaders of the school, of university, of the district, whoever, or the country, they have a big responsibility. They have the power, they have the money at their disposal. Use it for development of people. Help them. Yeah. So important. So pretension से काम नहीं चलता है। Pretension से काम नहीं चलता। अभी एक और बताऊंगा फिर मैं बताऊंगा आपके दिमाग में रहने के लिए। Now most of us travel by air, right? Flight में जाता है ना? तो जब आकाश नीला है, ठीक है, मौसम ठीक है, तो flight smooth, everybody is like a gentleman, है ना? सब gentleman होता है। फिर बीच में अचानक बादल आना शुरू हो गया, and then the pilot says, ladies and gentlemen, tie your belt, we are entering into the zone of turbulence. तो थोड़ा हिल जाता है आदमी, फिर बेल्ट बांध के बैठता है, फिर turbulence zone में आ गया, इंजन आता है, फिर दिखता है ऐसा। That's what I'm saying. To remember other people only when you have trouble is too late. The trouble can come anytime, so much in advance, when you are able to help others, when you are able to smile, talk to each other. That's all I want to say. Traditional education is more for mental development, and modern education is more for external material development. Since we need happiness of the body as well as the mind, so therefore we need to combine both of them. All right, thank you.
One or two questions.
Yes.
From the audience and
Sure.
three questions we will take. If you have one or two questions, we will take. Yeah. Okay. One question. Good morning.
Yes.
sir.
Yeah.
We are very blessed as a recipient of the wisdom. As in your talk, Geshe Lhakdor mentioned about mindfulness meditation. So, is there any way so that we as a normal layman can practice this?
Very easy, very easy. एक बार एक अंग्रेजी नन मेरे पास आया, ये मेरे से बोला, गुरुजी हमको जरा मेडिटेशन सिखा दो। गुरुजी किस चीज में मेडिटेशन? मैंने बोला, go out. This whole morning you live like a cow. That's meditation. हम लोग बोलते हैं ना फॉर्मल मेडिटेशन, सब लोग एक के पास दूसरा सब लोग बोल रहे हैं जैसा, ये 5 ऐसे करना है, 6 ऐसे करना, वो भी नहीं बोल सकता, लेकिन I know this, we have no time. So मैंने बोला, अपने आप आदमी है ऐसा मत सोचो, भूल जाओ अपने आप को। अब सोचो काऊ, मैं काऊ है, गाय है, पूरा मॉर्निंग, वन मॉर्निंग, फिर आप क्या करोगे? कहाँ खाना खाओगे, कहाँ रेस्ट करोगे, कहाँ सोएंगे, ये सोचो, फिर पता चलेगा आपको आदमी बनने से क्या हो सकता है। इस तरह का मेडिटेशन करना चाहिए, नंबर 1। नंबर 2, we already discussed about the need for long-lasting happiness. The one that obstructs obtaining that long-lasting happiness is negative emotion. जैसे कि एंगर, जेलसी, हेट्रेड, ये सब हमारा दुश्मन है, दुश्मन नंबर 1 है ये सब। वो अपने अंदर में बैठा हुआ है, फिर भी हमको कुछ भी पता नहीं। हम लोग बोलते हैं एंगर अच्छा नहीं, हाँ अच्छा है, लेकिन आपका अंगर, मेरा अंगर जस्टिफिकेशन है, ऐसा सोचते हैं हम लोग। तो मेडिटेशन ऐसे हाथ ऐसे करना, पाँव ऐसे करना, वो सब है, वो अभी मैं नहीं बताऊँगा। लेकिन अब एक चीज़, मेडिटेशन मतलब getting habituated, अभ्यास होना। किस चीज़ में habituation होना चाहिए? एंगर में नहीं, क्योंकि इसमें तो habituated already meditator है, बहुत एडवांस meditator इसमें। तो अभी क्या करना है? Get habituated in removing the negative emotions. Get habituated in developing developing the positive emotions like anger, jealousy. If you do this, you are on the right track. Therefore, individually you should think, we all have many negative emotions. Out of all these negative emotions, think about one, locate one which has a predominant presence in you. जैसे कि आप बहुत गुस्से का है, तो वो खतरा लग गया आपको. सबसे पहले deal with that, reduce anger. Then you will start experiencing more peace and happiness. That's meditation. Meditation means getting habituated with good ways of life. What? Okay?
The second question is for Ariana.
Islam ni juga di sana je lah. Kalau masih di bawah, mana yang mana je lah. Anda di bawah sama je. Ni juga di sana je lah. Anso anda, tahun ini mana ini jangan selalu ni pun ada anso lorong Geshe mana. Jadi ni ila nampai junto Geshe ni Hindu Geshe tahun lalu tu sih. Jadi kita anso hari ni Islam tahun ni cuba ya siapa cuma yang mana je lah. Masa kita cuma yang mana. Macam ni pada awak sih. 이 강나 지금 남자분 니신도 중심이 고와 라기레스 이 라와나 탑시 안되는 것이 그래서 나 one another question.
Yeah, first let me deal with this question. So the question he was asking was he is actually dying to ask this question since many months. He did not find anybody to ask this question. And so the first question that he's asking is, they are studying some of the methodology discourse typical text, but there is not, strong study of using the art of logic and debate. So without using debate very strongly, is it possible to study this methodological text? So my answer is yes, so long as, debate is not necessarily like letting your hand, things like that. But you should always ask question. Always ask question. What's the meaning of this? If you don't know, ask other people. Why this is important? What is the source of this? Always ask question. These days people say, many people think it is very difficult to become a scientist. But the scientists, they say it's not difficult, it's very easy. For example, बारिश हो रहा है. हम लोग ज़्यादातर लोग क्या बोलेंगे? बारिश हो रहा है बस, ओले पड़ रहा है बस. अब जिस दिन हमने शुरू किया कि ये बारिश कैसे आ रहा है वहाँ से, ओले कैसे बनता है, बादल कैसे बनता है, जिस दिन हमने वो प्रश्न पूछना शुरू कर दिया, जांच पड़ताल करना शुरू कर दिया, you are becoming a scientist, you are becoming a logician. So इसी तरह, you don't have to enter into, if it is difficult for you, you don't have to enter into very complex tools of the debating system, but you should always have this, way of raising the questions and remaining skeptical. When you don't know, remain skeptical. Then ask questions until you get answers. That's the way in daily life and also when you study major philosophical texts. Okay.
Geshe Lhakdor mentioned that taking care of others is also taking care of yourself.
Yes.
How? Please explain us this.
Because you live with other people. If you bully them, you exploit them, if you're not nice, nobody will be nice to you. And your biological, physical, emotional needs are dependent upon other people's connection with other people. So therefore, when you take care of others, for example, if I'm nice to somebody, even if that person doesn't give me any money or something like that, when that person smiles at me, I feel very happy. That's our biological nature. It's nothing to do with Buddhist teaching or anything like that. It's really, like recently I was visiting some of the Tibetan schools. And one day I spent one whole day with the small kids, below 5th class, Tibetan students in middle class. They were so happy. They were so happy after I finished the talk. All the small kids, they all came, surrounded me, hugged me, touched me. That was one of my most glorious days. You see, they were not giving me money. They were just sharing this genuine human feeling and concern and happiness. This is their advocacy. So therefore His Holiness Geshe was saying, if you want to be selfish, be wisely selfish. सिर्फ खुद को सोच के just thinking about oneself and forgetting about others is stupid way of being selfish. Thinking about others is the wise way of being selfish. So Bodhisattva's way of dealing with other people is really the best way of fulfilling oneself. इसलिए नहीं कर रहा कि इनसे रिश्ते बनने से मुझे कुछ मिलने वो नहीं है सोचना मोटिवेशन नहीं होना चाहिए. If you do that, it means you don't have love for others. When you genuinely care about other people, when you genuinely realize that these people also are suffering, these people also need, with this understanding, you share, things, whatever you have, you smile, you help them. कुछ नहीं किया आपको. The mother, look at the relation of the mother to the child. The mother is able to give things, to the child. She is not expecting anything from the child. Because there's genuine love, and she feels happy. उससे मेरा बच्चा अभी कॉलेज फिनिश हो रहा है, ये हो रहा है, और कितना खुश हो रहा है. इसलिए नहीं खुश हो रहा कि अभी कमाएगा, मुझे पैसे लेगा. Maybe thinking, but no, that's not the main thing. Main thing is when you have love, you feel so happy. The Buddha is always saying that I have to take care of all these sentient beings. Now all these sentient beings are able to take care of themselves. I'm so happy. Just like the mother. Yeah. That's the thing. Okay. Yeah.
So we have the last now.
Yeah.
Good morning, Geshe Lhakdor. My question is, as our today's topic is about traditional and modern education.
Yeah.
So, is there any specific steps that we as younger generation can include in our daily life that both traditional and modern education go hand in hand? Because modern education is growingly, today's world is growingly, becoming competitive with every passing day. So modern education is something that cannot be ignored as well. So is there any specific way that we as younger generation would include in our lives that traditional education is not left behind?
दो चीज करना है. These days everybody is saying I'm busy, modern, so I'm busy. As if to be busy is important. That's not important. What's important is what are you busy about? Therefore, my suggestion for you is don't get too busy. जरूरत नहीं है, बकवास है सर. कुछ मिलने वाला नहीं है बाकी की जिंदगी में. So therefore, what you need to do is you should know how to sift information. Information बहुत सारा आ रहा है ना, फोन में भी आ रहा है, टेलीविजन में भी आ रहा है, अखबार में भी आ रहा है. वो आपको इस जितना information बाहर से आ रहा है, you don't have to pay attention to all of it. Because you neither will be able to get all this information, nor it is important to get all this information. लेकिन जो आपको चीज है, जो आपको चाहिए, the things you need to be very clear. This is what I need. उसी के पीछे जाओ. ठीक है ना? So that is called concentration. That is called specialization. So therefore, because of this unexpected change that's happening in the modern world, of course you need to have some adaptability. इसलिए थोड़ा कुछ जो जरूरत चीज है, वो चाहिए आपको modern education से. Which I said, modern education is primarily for your body, mental education is primarily for your mind, and out of the two, it is the mind that controls you. So that is more important actually. ठीक है ना? So that is what you should do. So at the end, I should say that information, knowledge, and wisdom, out of these things, today people are flooded by information. नॉलेज ज़्यादा नहीं है. ठीक है ना? तो इसलिए मैं बोल रहा है कि सारा इन्फॉर्मेशन आपको नहीं चाहिए, जो चाहिए वही सुनो. That you need. Then from that you should have some knowledge. Then more important thing is like wisdom. Information is basically like reading all the books about how to build a ship. To have the information about how to build a ship doesn't mean you are able to build a ship. Knowledge is being able to build a ship. Oh, both that is more important knowledge. Now wisdom is how to make sure that the ship does not sink. Wisdom. The one that is really missing into this world is wisdom.
Now we are towards the end of the program. One more question.
Okay.
Just one question.
Yeah.
We are very happy for enlightening us how to serve from inside. My question is, because our way of life, we have to live in this world, and today, is related to this topic, traditional and modern education. Now, modern education system has come to such a point where there are competition at every level. Suppose students, even after passing class, say every level of matriculation, then try to get into good course, again there's competition. Everywhere, every level there's competition. Even after passing out from college to get a good job, there's competition. So in such a situation, how to maintain this intricate balance? You have to live there,
Yes.
you have to compete also, but at the same time, as you said, our life is very short and it's impermanent. You have to develop yourself also, but you have to live your life also. So how to maintain this intricate balance? Can you just say, thank you.
Competition, there are positive competition, negative competition. As His Holiness the Dalai Lama says, if two people are running, there's competition. Now, this person wants to get first, you also want to get first. That's okay. Without planning to do anything to obstruct this other person, without hindering his progress in the run, you try your best to get number one, that's fine. So we should have that kind of healthy competition. In that healthy competition, you never try to bring the other person down. If you do that, that is wrong competition. That should not be there. Healthy competition can be done. Number one. Number two, you see that much of the problem that we have in the society is, हम लोग सोचते हैं मैं ऐसा करने से वो क्या बोलेंगे, मैं ऐसा करने से वो क्या सोचेंगे, इस पर आधारित है. That's the problem. ये आपका जीवन है, इसका जीवन थोड़ी है. सोचने दो, बोलने दो, जहाँ तक सही रास्ते में जा रहे हैं, दुनिया बोलने दो, आपको क्या फर्क पड़ता है? इतना आपके पास हिम्मत होना चाहिए, इंटीग्रिटी होना चाहिए. Then you will have happiness. अभी हमारा हैप्पीनेस नहीं है क्योंकि हम लोग ऐसा चलने से कैसे बोलेगा, ऐसा देखने से क्या बोलेगा. अब काटपुतली थोड़ी है, आपकी दवा जो खींचने के लिए काटपुतली दूसरों के हाथ में ले लिया तो फिर आपको क्या, आपको नाचना पड़ेगा, कुछ नहीं होगा. नंबर वन. नंबर टू, as I was indicating that the modern education, lot of flaws. आजकल स्कूल में पासिंग मार्क कितना है, 35 or something, right? Acharya J. Kripalani, very famous thinker and social worker, I read one of his books and he said that the whole system of giving marks and everything is flawed. He gave an example by saying, for your institute, if you are looking for a good cook, and then you test the cook and ask them to make 100 rotis. उसने सिर्फ 35 रोटी ठीक है, बाकी सारा जला हुआ है. तो अब will you keep that person as your cook? 75 रोटी जो है जला हुआ है, 35 रोटी ठीक है. अब वो रखेगा cook. यही है. lot of things. It's an uphill task, not easy, but we need to really have some kind of confidence to decide things for oneself, not just copying other people. It's not an easy. Okay?
Now, I would like to request Geshe to kindly somebody from one teacher from the Upper Gompa. He has composed a small book. He wants to release it by your master. So kindly The name of the book is Waiting.
Actually, the Tibetan word says hope and waiting, hope and wait.
Hope and wait. It is written here, Reguk. Reguk and Guga. So hope and waiting, as Geshe Lhakdor suggested, you wrote this. Yeah, wonderful. So he is a teacher from Upper Gompa.
Yeah.
Karma also he is
Very interesting topics.
So the topic is very interesting.
Value of money, you and wine, empty thinking and smoking, useless dry tree, like very interesting topics. Very interesting. Thank you.
Now I would like to request Sri Karmaliji kindly give a vote of thanks on behalf of the public from Bombay as a whole. After this, there is a refreshment. Please pay. There is a fee. President, Venerable Geshe Lhakdor, respected Lieutenant Governor, members from Flowering Dharma, all Venerable Geshe Lhakdor, members of Buddhist Society, Bombila, members of BCPS, and all ladies and gentlemen, I on behalf of all the devotees or people of Bombay, I would like to propose a vote of thanks to Venerable Geshe Lhakdor. I would like to express my heartiest gratitude on behalf of all of us to our Geshe Lhakdor for enlightening us and inciting our emotions, and hope we'll become more human and we'll also try to take care of us in a better way from after listening to him. And I would also like to thank Lieutenant Governor for accompanying Geshe Lhakdor from all the way from Delhi to Bombay and Kawan. I would also like to express my thanks to Social Affairs, DOCA Department, for facilitating visit of Geshe Lhakdor to Bombay and Kawan, and also giving us opportunity to hear him. I would also like to thank BCPS for organizing this beautiful gathering and meeting with Geshe Lhakdor. And last but not least, thanks to all ladies and gentlemen for attending this session with Geshe Lhakdor, and hope we'll try to learn more and try to develop our inner self after listening to Geshe Lhakdor. Thank you very much. small token of love presentation to Geshe from the GC and his staff. Plus, then we have a BPS, Bomzilla Buddhist Society, then BPCS, Bomzilla BCPS Society. We will present a small token of love to Geshe Lhakdor. Just take a picture. No silence. Yeah. Wonderful, thank you. Now, we have come to the end of today's program, and before dispersing, we have a tea refreshment arrangement here. So kindly sit and then refreshment as well. Thank you.